It's been sunny skies for yacht sales. Over 1,000 super yacht projects on order in 2022. That's according to Boat International. But with market volatility in full swing, are rocky waters ahead for the yacht industry as well? For more on this, let's bring in Kitson Yachts co-founder Michael Tabor. Michael, thank you so much for being here. You guys are yacht brokers, so you sell a lot of these super yachts, so-called super yachts. And, you know, we've been talking about the turmoil in the public markets. We were just talking about how it might be or might not be affecting venture capital. How might it or might not be affecting yacht sales? I would imagine this is a fairly resistant area, but you tell me.
Yeah, I think, first of all, thank you for having me on, Julie. Our market's really interesting. It's broken in different segments. We have, generally speaking, we're dealing always with ultra high net worth individuals and clients. And, there's different segments, meaning there's kind of yachts under 100 feet, and then there's super yachts over 100 feet, which then brings in a different clientele who seems to be a little bit more protected from volatility in the marketplace. Historically speaking, this has been a space where you're looking at disposable income, money that you're essentially not needing for your business or not needing for your livelihood. So it's kind of play money for better lack of words. So far, we're not seeing a slowdown. In fact, I just got word today that there was a 90-meter new project that was just signed up that's just shy of 300 feet. There was a 52-meter project that sold just yesterday. We have several projects under construction and under contract and new bids out on new acquisitions. So it's not quite there yet. I think we are starting to see a little bit of softness, sort of under 50 feet. Those people are a little more price sensitive to fuel, slip rates, and then volatility in the marketplace.
We've learned that Bitcoin is not the inflationary hedge we thought it was. Is a yacht an inflationary hedge at all as an investment?
It's a small piece of most of our clients' portfolios. So we haven't seen that make an impact at all. It's not really been used as a primary vehicle for acquisition of yachts. We have seen a few marquee trades happen. There was a Benetti 6 months ago that traded at 10 million euro with the use of Bitcoin. That was kind of a market maker. And then we're working closely with Silverfast Yachts. They're willing to take up to 50% of the purchase price of north of 100 million euro in either Ethereum or Bitcoin. I'm assuming that's still on the table, but can't confirm that.
And as we talk about crypto for yacht sales, I'm also curious about Russian activity in the market. Obviously, the sanctions on Russians have gotten a lot of attention, and seizures of yachts have gotten attention. What has it meant to, or maybe they're still in the market? I don't know. Are you still seeing Russian buyers in the market, or have they just gone away because their assets are frozen in some cases?
It's a great question, loaded question in our space. It's a sensitive topic. It's political in nature, but just to go to the facts, Russians own about 9% of the global super yachts. They also represent 13% of the new yachts that are under construction. The industry can't touch Russian-owned assets, and there's a lot of risk around either chartering, purchasing, paying, being a vendor for clients that may or may not be on the sanction list or headed that direction. So it's creating some real challenges in our space, but it's also created more demand and opportunity in other areas. So, right when this all kind of started out, Americans make up about 55% of the global super yacht market, which is really impressive. American demand for yachts today are still very, very strong. So when we see opportunity as Americans, we're literally going to take advantage of that opportunity. But it's still, there's legal challenges with acquiring Russian assets. So nothing's really traded yet. There's a few deals that have happened at shipyards that were still owned by the shipyard. But other than that, as far as a seized asset goes, there's no opportunity there.
And sort of on a related note, Michael, you're based in Miami, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm curious what the global share is of not just who's buying the yachts, to your point about the 55% share, but who's selling them. In other words, have we seen anything of a shift from the Riviera, for example, or the Mediterranean to Miami as we have seen wealth sort of recenter in Miami?
Sure. That's a great question. Our company, Kitson Yachts, we represented about 10% of the global super yacht sales last year. And I can say the same for other American firms. Most of the demand's coming from America, the clients are, and therefore being represented by American yacht brokers. We also have offices in Europe, as many of our competitors and colleagues do as well. But we're seeing that the horsepower is coming from the U.S., but we're still spending half of the year enjoying the yachts in the Mediterranean.
Fully acknowledging that we've been talking about used yachts, because at the same time, I imagine that the demand for brand new mega yachts is, minuscule in the relative sense of this. And so with that in mind, if people are struggling to get houses produced at this point in time, what is it like to even try to produce a yacht, and what that delivery scale is like?
So, that's an interesting point. Part of the reason, Brad, is that our market's holding up because of supply and demand issues. And the reality is, when the onset of pandemic came on, we had such a flood to market of interest in people wanting to build and buy yachts that we ran out of inventory quickly. So this same time last year, there's about 98 super yachts on the market. Today, that market looks at about 50 yachts, of which maybe 15 of them are actually, good quality deals, if you will. So when it comes to building a yacht, there's a lead time, no matter what, good market, bad market, and that's give or take 2 to 4 years, depending upon size of the vessel. There are supply constraints, but the first year of yacht construction is typically engineering and design, so that allows plenty of time to acquire parts and order engines and source teak and things like that.
And just super quickly, Michael, just for fun, what's the sort of most unusual, craziest, biggest request you have gotten with regard to one of the yachts that you've sold?
Fair enough. So we were doing a project, and the client actually asked for a snow room. So it came at a price tag of about $2.5 million, and it would actually snow in the room, so he could go jump in the snow and then jump in the sea right after. I thought that was fairly unusual.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I love that.
Right, exactly.
Why not?
You really got to get creative at that point to really customize your experience. Kitson Yachts co-founder Michael Tabor joining us here today. Thanks so much for the time.